You think you're in control. That illusion is the first chain. It tightens, quietly, politely, wrapped in smiles, expectations, and the suffocating approval of others. Look at your life. Really look. Every decision you call yours already carries someone else's fingerprints. Your path was drafted long before you believed you chose it. Your voice was edited. Your instincts were corrected. Your ambition was domesticated. And now you stand there calling it normal. But it isn't normal. It's submission dressed as virtue, obedience disguised as morality, and the worst part? You defend it. You protect the very system that hollowed you out, because facing the truth would demand something terrifying. True responsibility for your own life. Centuries ago, a mind saw through this game clearly. He left behind not advice, but an unavoidable law. The moment you begin living for the approval of others, you stop living altogether. You become a function, a tool, a reflection, not a force, not a creator, not even a real threat. From the moment you could understand language, you were handed invisible scripts. Be good, be liked, be accepted. Don't disrupt, don't offend. Stay within the lines, stay manageable. If you succeeded at shrinking yourself, you were rewarded with smiles, praise, and belonging. But those rewards were never free. They were transactions. You traded authenticity for approval. You traded power for comfort. You traded truth for safety. And now you wonder why your victories feel hollow, why something always feels off, because none of it was ever truly yours. You were trained to ask the wrong question. Not what do I want, but what will they think? That question is a leash. Every time you ask it, you surrender control. The people around you call it love, guidance, concern. But deep down, they need you to stay small, because your freedom threatens their illusion of order. Your independence exposes their dependency. Your courage reflects their fear. So they will resist you, not because they hate you, but because your freedom makes them uncomfortable. Most people don't break at failure or pain. They break at disapproval. A raised eyebrow, a disappointed tone. That's often enough to pull them back into line. But rejection is not proof that you're wrong. It is often proof that you're finally breaking free. Real power does not beg for attention. It does not seek validation. It simply acts decisively. A person who no longer needs approval cannot be controlled, cannot be manipulated, cannot be predicted. Don't romanticize this path. It is not a glow-up. It is a dismantling. It will strip away relationships you thought were solid. It will expose how conditional most support really is. It will force you to face your fear of being misunderstood, your addiction to validation, your dependence on external approval. Most people will never choose this. They will talk about freedom, but when the moment comes to risk comfort for truth, they retreat. That is the quiet tragedy of most lives. Not failure, but voluntary submission. But something in you is already resisting. That discomfort you feel, that quiet dissatisfaction, that is awareness trying to break through years of conditioning. And once it awakens, it cannot be ignored forever. So the question is no longer theoretical. It is immediate and brutal. Are you willing to be misunderstood to be authentic? Are you willing to be judged to be free? Are you willing to lose what was never truly yours? You will lose things. You will outgrow people. You will walk paths that feel uncertain and empty. But in that emptiness, something rare emerges. Clarity. Real clarity. Your decisions stop being negotiations and become declarations. Your actions stop being reactions and become strategies. You stop drifting. You start directing. The world begins to treat you differently, not because it suddenly respects you more, but because it can no longer easily shape you. This is not a call to become reckless or arrogant. True independence is not rebellion for rebellion's sake. It is precision. It is clarity. It is self-ownership. No borrowed values. No outsourced identity. No dependence on applause. One group constantly scans the environment, adjusting themselves to fit in. The other defines their own path. One is reactive. The other is deliberate. One seeks permission. The other operates without it. The gap between them is not talent or luck. It is courage. The courage to stand without validation, to act without consensus, to exist without needing to be understood. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. You are being shaped every single day by forces that do not prioritize your freedom. There is no neutral ground. You are either directing your life or it is being directed for you. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to tell the difference. So choose, not later, now. Live for yourself or be ruled by others. The choice has always been yours. The only question is, will you finally take it? End.